The 2.5 centuries of friendships that have begun over a Guinness. Maybe it's our welcoming balance of roasted, bittersweet flavour, or how the long-lasting head keeps every sip fresh over the course of a long conversation. But there is something about a Guinness that reminds you there's less that separates us than brings us together. Here's to us all.
Okay, good evening, Beer Fan TV. Welcome to another episode. This is take 2. We tried this once before and we didn't have the sound on. So tonight we have Guinness Surger versus Guinness from the can. One costs just over £2 a can, the other one costs just over £1 a can. Is there a difference? I'm going to do a blind taste test. I'm going to tell you what I think. I've got a blindfold. We're going to pop 2 in. Glamorous assistant's going to pass me a can, and I'm going to tell you which one I think is the can Guinness and which one I think is the Surger, and I'm going to tell you why and which one tastes the nicest. And we put little labels on each glass so we know. So S for Surger. We've got a jewellery cleaner. We don't have a Surger device, unfortunately, but we do have an official Surger can. So we'll put that in the glass first. Big difference between the two cans. The Surger cans have no widget. There's nothing wobble around in there. So it should pour pretty flat. Tiniest little bit ahead on that. Nothing major. We'll pop that in there. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. That's a lot better, isn't it?
Much better.
The first one we done, it barely fizzed, to be honest. So while we wait for that to settle, we will put in the can. So yeah, £1 a can, isn't it? I think I bought, it's about 4 for £4.50 in it, but I think I bought 15 the other day for £15. So we'll pour this in. There we go. So that's the can. Wait for that to settle. That's the Surger. We'll take it out of our jewellery device and we'll put it down. I'll put the balaclava on, and then the glamorous assistant will pass me a glass at a time. I'll tell you which one I think tastes of which one. I've just realised something actually. This one is more filled up than this one. We've got a slight issue. We didn't really think this really.
Can you not just pour more in?
No, it's empty.
Oh, that's all gone?
Yeah. You only get 440ml. This one you get, I want to say, 500 and something. Do you know what we have got though?
Shall we tip some of that?
This is the second take. So I've got a glass down here with some canned beer in. I'm going to tip it in there just to top it up, just so I don't know which one the difference is. There we go. If I just pour that in, top that up, that way there's no way of me knowing which one is which. Okay, so on goes balaclava. No punching really in the gooch while this is on.
Okay.
So I'll have the first one whenever you're ready. I think I can tell which one is which, and I'll tell you which one I prefer. Whenever you're ready, Lee.
You got it?
Yeah.
I'll let go.
Okay. It's creamy. That tastes quite metallic-y. I think that's the can. I definitely think that's the can. It's got quite a metallic taste. It's quite creamy, but you can almost taste, that metallic taste.
Water.
Okay.
Got it?
Water. Quench, refresh the palate, you know what I mean? Okay. Refreshed and ready to go for the next one. Put it in the old saucepan. Are you ready? Oh, there she goes.
You got it?
Yeah, got it. That's almost a bit thicker. That still has a bit of a slight metallic taste to it. But it's not as metallic-y. That's the Surger. The first one, I think, was the can, is my guess. Am I right?
No, it's the can.
No! No! Really?
That is the can.
Oh my god. So that was more metallic-y.
Yeah, that was the Surger.
Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. That definitely, well, that does taste. And do you know what? There's rumours going around. Obviously, you know, Guinness Surgers you can't buy in your local shop. You have to go to a booker or someone like that to buy it. And have they made up a batch of 1,000 and then, or a million or whatever it is, and they're just getting rid of the cans? Because we all know the Nitro Surger's out, so this is old now. Is this obsolete? And that tastes a bit like a pub pint, I ain't gonna lie. It's funny, you know, because sometimes I think you do drink with the eyes, and I think sometimes when you look at it, you think it's a Surger, it's a pub pint. To me, it tastes amazing, lovely. Which one do you think? You can't see the labels. All right, I'll tell you what. You put the blindfold on, and you tell me which one you think. Bear in mind, the Guinness Surger is supposed to be like a draft beer, and obviously the can is a can.
So which one is meant to be more metallic?
Well, you tell me. You tell me. So I'll pass you the first one.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna miss
Just
my
be
mouth.
careful. Don't waste it. Yeah?
Hold on, let me have another go.
Alright. Okay, have some water.
Okay.
What do you think of that one?
Quite liked that one.
Quite liked it, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on, Gil. Get it down, yeah? That's just the water.
Okay.
Alright, so. And that is the is the other one. I'm fine. What are you going with?
Definitely, I preferred the first one.
Take your blindfold off. You preferred Surger. There you
That
go.
to me was smoother than that one.
Do you think?
Mm.
That one, to me, tastes nice. I look at it now, it tastes nice. I thought that one tastes more metallic-y. That's thicker. I think this is a bit smoother, not as bitter. If you ask me.
100%, that's smoother. That's got like
Okay. Come on.
that one. Almost fizzier
Do you think?
than that one. That one's smoother.
Here's the question. So if you were going to pay £2, make sure we've got this in the right place, which one do you think's worth £2 and which one do you think's worth £1?
Based on the taste, that one. I'd
That's
say
the
it's
Surger.
nicer.
Here's the question. Would you pay £2 or do you think the difference between the two isn't enough to warrant spending £2 when you could just spend £1?
If that's more easier, like available, I'll just go for that one.
I don't think there's a big enough difference between the two.
But do you get more in this one?
You do, yeah, you do. You get that fills a pint glass, but you can buy the 440ml glasses, which I've got. But in all honesty, I think this is the Surger. It's a bit creamy. It's more like a
It's
pub pint.
more creamier.
More like a pub pint. And this one is thinner, but not that much thinner. I don't think there's a taste. I don't think there's a big enough taste difference between the two.
No.
In my opinion, I personally don't think trying to track these down to whack in a Surger machine is worth it. I genuinely don't. And
Because you got the cost of that as well.
yeah, and this is the second run. The first one we done, the can really didn't work that well, did it, in the machine? This time around it worked really well, but the other time around it didn't. And I actually think it tastes better when it isn't as...
I do prefer that one though.
She prefers the
I
Surger.
prefer that one.
Me personally, a professional Guinness drinker, I think there's
That
not a
one
big
to
enough
me
difference.
is smoother and less sharp. Like that one's got a sharper taste to it.
Do you think? There you go. She thinks it's sharper. Me personally, I don't think there's a big enough difference. If it was me, I'd just go out and spend £1.
If you liked it anyway,
I
just
work
may
in
as well go for that
finance,
one.
and I just think just spend £1. I don't think it's worth dick paying. I certainly wouldn't pay a couple £100 for, or £150 for a surgery machine, because guys, they are disappearing. There's a new machine coming out, and it's not just the nitro surgeon. There's another thing they're putting in the pubs now. They're disappearing. The jewellery cleaners work just as good. They're £25. If you've got some Guinness surgery cans, great, run them through. I don't think there's a big enough difference. Me personally, you think there is, but you're not. Are you a Guinness fan?
I don't like Guinness really, but if I had to drink one, I'd go for that one.
Would you really?
It's like the texture of it is just different.
The longer you leave it in the glass, especially the Surger, it loses that thick creaminess texture, and it goes as thin as the can. Honestly, within about a couple of minutes. So, full and final. We're split here at Beer Fan TV headquarters. We're split between the two. You can take the person that doesn't like Guinness.
See now, it doesn't take. There's not as big a difference.
There's not, is
but
there?
at the beginning, that one was much nicer.
Okay, so they're oxygenated, haven't they?
Yeah.
Basically.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, they've oxidised. Oxidised. And obviously the difference I don't think is big enough. So my full and final, you're not by buying it in the can, you're not missing out a load from getting it in a Surger can. So my advice would be buy it in the can, try it maybe in the nitro Surge. I've not tried that. But
yeah, that's it, because you could try that in there, couldn't you?
no, the nitro Surge is a bit different to this. The nitro Surge clips on the top of the thing, you push a button and you tip it in.
Why can't you just put that in there?
Because that's actually got a little widget in there. I tried doing it once and nearly blew my hand off.
Oh, would it explode?
Yeah, stabbed a dart in there and bang.
Okay, don't do that.
Don't
then.
do that. So yeah, definitely don't do that. You could try it, but it might end in disaster. So my advice is don't damage yourself and just buy it in a fucking can. £1 a can, you can't go wrong. And it tastes pretty damn good, in my opinion. It tastes good. It tastes good either way. I don't think it's worth spending £2. I think I've said that about 4 times, haven't I? Should we end it? We'll see you on the next one.